Hey there people, welcome back to another video on the grind. So Rust has recently picked up a lot of new players, and now everybody is looking forward towards new content from the developers. Many interesting things have been rumored to be coming in the future, but the biggest update currently revolving around Rust is that it might be adding trains. Now before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Now let's begin. So although Rust has become popular lately, there were some things missing from the game. It has many great features and qualities, but there is always room for improvement. No game has everything from the beginning, and some things arrive on the scene a while later to keep it running. One major aspect that Rust was missing was mass transit. The game of course had vehicles of different sorts, but the absence of a railway in the map made the place look deserted and abandoned. Such tracks are also a great place for interesting gameplay and combat. Fairly recently, trains made their way to the Rust world. On exploration, these transit lines were a huge upgrade for the map, as there were lots of things to do in them. Every station for these underground tracks is located close to a monument, so any player near, say, a landmark of historical importance for the map would know that the station would be somewhere nearby. There are several ways to get to the transit system. There is a stairwell system that goes approximately 5 to 6 levels down to the platform. Alternatively, however, there is also an elevator that can help players get to the trains faster. It takes some time between the floors due to the height, so players need to be patient about the elevator coming up or going down. And finally, a vent system also helps players hide and escape through the back door if things do not go according to plan. The railway system was well thought out and designed by the developers because there are lots of possibilities with this transportation system involved. And of course, there isn't only transportation for players through the transit lines. Exploration and looting are also an important and fun concept in these underground tracks. Not adding anything interesting other than fast traveling would have been a major drawback for the update. Rust developers were of course cautious about this issue and added sufficient materials in there to help players continue having their Rust fun. When a player reaches the basement levels and the railway platform, they can find many loot boxes. These loot boxes are of the normal grade that can be found in the map somewhere. Ordinary and tool boxes are of the same color. The place is a bit dark, so some vision for your tools would be helpful in going around the place. One of the most interesting aspects of the underground transit are the NPCs. There are no characters that can provide a mission or quest to the player. Instead, these are hostile enemies known as the tunnel dwellers. However, they are not very harmful and they do not have the right equipment and weapons to attack and kill a player. And once killed, players can of course choose to loot those NPC tunnel dwellers. There aren't free trains in the railway station. Instead, they are placed carts for players to operate themselves and look out for danger. Now, these carts don't work unless a player fixes them up with metal frags. The cart also needs fuel to run on, which the player needs to fill, and there's a certain health of the train, and if it runs out, the train won't run. There are regular controls for the train and 3 different speeds for the player to control. The cart can go also backwards and forwards if it chooses. Switching lanes is also a very easy thing you can do, and the tunnel dwellers can also cause trouble during your travels. Sometimes they place obstacles in the path of a cart to cause damage to the vehicle and the players. Their bullets can also cause damage and players can run over them. The transit system's map is also very satisfying. Considering the huge world of Rust, the developers were successful in making an extensive network of railways around the map to cover every major area. The guidance through the map is excellent and it is a helpful tool for navigation through the entire map and world of Rust. The transit line serves several purposes for the players. They are a quick transit route of course for players that need to go to a distant location on the map, but have no vehicles available nearby. Thus, a person close to a monument can quickly reach them as far as the last loop in the corner of the map without much trouble. And the addition of loot boxes and NPCs in the tunnels gives players an extra chance to find materials for survival. And with the NPCs, players can make some entertaining gameplay and find materials that will help them survive longer and fight more battles. They can also serve as an ideal hiding spot for players that are low on health or trying to make a quick getaway. With all the players rushing to get the game, Rust is quickly becoming a very popular game, and better updates and content are coming to the game very soon. And players are excited about the addition of trains to the game. Everybody is hoping that the trains work better than their expectations, or it could be a big failure for the game. Who knows, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video yet, it's never too late, so go give it a thumbs up, people. We'll see you soon in another video, but until then, take care and goodbye.